Do you want to know how to survive this Saturn retrograde? Then this is the timeless tarot reading meant for you, where we go in depth about the energy surrounding this Saturn retrograde and how to get through it. So let's go keep watching. Hello trick-or-treaters, and welcome back to my channel TrickrTreatTarot, where it is spooky season all year long. If you like Halloween or Samhain, then this is definitely the channel for you, where I do spooky themed tarot pick-a cards and other spiritual related videos. So if that's your jam, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Please do go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and while you are subscribing, make sure you hit the post bell notification button so you stay updated when I post new spooktacular videos every week. All right, you guys, so we are back again with another retrograde reading. I know we are in retrograde season. We just did a video on Pluto retrograde. If you haven't seen that yet, go ahead and check that out. Today's message is all about Saturn retrograde. Okay, so we're gonna have the timestamps below, as well as in the description box, as well as in the pinned comment section. We're gonna have the timestamps for the shuffling. We're gonna do all of the shuffling on camera. We're gonna have timestamps for the messages, so if you don't want to see the shuffling, you can skip straight to your message. We're also doing a charm casting today, so timestamp for that is going to be below as well. So this is a collective reading, right? This Saturn retrograde energy in Aquarius is going to be affecting all of us as a collective, as a whole. So this is a whole message, a collective message on how to deal with this energy and what this energy means for us. So we're going to do a little astrological forecast. We're going to talk about the energies first for a little bit, and then we're going to do the shuffling, then we're going to do the message, and then we're going to do the charms. Okay, so lots of information today. So make sure you have your notepad ready. If you want to go ahead and take some notes, have your coffee, have your tea, have your wine, have your water, stay hydrated, whatever it is that you're drinking. Grab a snack, because we are going to hang out together, we're going to chill together, we're going to vibe together as we get in depth on this Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's start and talk about what this energy means. So Saturn, right, we all know Saturn, she's a little harsh. I know she is, but for our best interest. Okay, so Saturn is our restrictions, Saturn is our pessimistic self, Saturn is the complications, but she is also, right, that karmic release. So Saturn, she likes to work hard, but she likes to play hard too. So when Saturn's in retrograde, this is karmic debts that we're paying off, and that could be good karma or bad karma depending on how you've been living your life. Okay, sometimes this doesn't even have to relate to this life, and it could relate to a past life as well. So definitely getting what you deserve when Saturn is in retrograde. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Also, this could have a lot of influence on our career work life. We know that Saturn also rules Capricorn, which has a lot to do with our career, finances, that kind of thing. So keep that in mind as well. That could also have a lot of influence. So be careful at work. If you're trying to get a new job, just keep that in mind. Keep that, you know, those energies in the back of your head while trying to do those kinds of things. If you're starting a business or something like that, or thinking about starting a business, make sure that you do that groundwork. Saturn likes you to do groundwork. She likes you to plan. She likes the details. She's very detail oriented. She wants you to think about the details. She wants you to plan. She wants you to set goals, smaller goals, to achieve those larger goals, to achieve your final goal, right? She is on it. She is on the ball. So now, what does this mean in Aquarius? Okay, so Aquarius, we know, is all about society. It's that higher thinking. So Aquarians are very, you know, unique energies. My rising sign is an Aquarius, so shout out to the Aquarians out there, right? But with Saturn being in Aquarius, that's 11th house energy. That's a society energy. That's all about how, you know, we conform with society. It's about our friendships, you know, our inner circle, who we let into our lives, how we deal with people, our people skills, our social skills. That is all 11th house energy. So this is what Saturn retrograde is going to be affecting here. So Saturn retrograde in Aquarius in the 11th house is going to definitely have an effect on our inner circle, on our social circle, and our friends, our friendships, and our relationships, okay? Now, this could bring light to some shady people in your inner circle, okay? So keep that in mind, but this could also bring new people into your life that you've been wanting. So there could be definitely a cleanup, getting rid of some people who are no longer serving you and bringing in new people and new energies that are going to be serving a much more positive role in your life. So keep that in mind as well. So what this Saturn retrograde is going to be doing, it's going to be bringing a lot of stuff to light with people. If anybody's been keeping secrets from you, secrets are going to be revealed. If anybody has been jealous of you, gossiping about you, that's going to be revealed. If somebody has your best interest in mind and they want to help you, they're here to, you know, provide you with new financial opportunities, career opportunities, and uplift you, that's going to be revealed, okay? So Saturn is here to reveal things, right? When Saturn goes retrograde, she's revealing the true underlying intentions of those around you. Keep in mind, this is also happening with you. So if you've been keeping secrets, that's going to be revealed, okay? You best believe that all of your hidden dirt is going to be revealed during Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. So make sure that you make amends and you're honest with those around you, everybody who's in your life, because Saturn's here. She's not playing games to shine light and let everybody know the deal, what's up, what's real, okay? She is airing out everybody's dirty laundry during this retrograde in Aquarius, all right? So that is just general kind of summing up energies, you know, astrologically forecast. Keep that in mind too. This is also going to have an effect with Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, because we know Saturn's the ruler of Capricorn. So that's like a double whammy on Capricorns. My moon is in Capricorn. So feeling that energy strong. She's not cute, okay? But definitely also a double whammy on our careers, on our finances, on our professions, right? That kind of thing. Also making you dig deeper in yourself and think deeper about what you're doing in your career life and your finances, and how is that really servicing you, and are you really happy with what you're doing, okay? There's been a really big shift with careers lately, careers, finances, professions, okay? There's been a really big career shift in that, in you know, the stock market, investing, unemployment, okay? Minimum wage, you know, lots of different financial structures that have been affected by these retrogrades, because these, you know, is Capricorn energy. This is Saturn energy that's being affected here. So, and now we're on a global scale, Aquarius energy. Aquarius is on a global scale. It's social economics, okay? Society. This is, what's the word I'm looking for? Sociology, okay? There you go. So, right, these are the big whammies, heavy hitters. You know, they're not the gas giants for no reason, you guys, because they are the heavy hitters. They are the big ballers. So, big energy shifts happening. We're going to go ahead, we're going to see what Spirit has to tell us is in store with these energies now. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get into all of the shuffling. If you don't want to see the shuffling, timestamps are below, you guys. You can skip straight to your message. If you do want to see the shuffling though, then just keep watching, because that's what we're doing right now. All right, boos and ghouls and witchy souls, this is your forecast on how to survive the Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, the 11th house. This is going to give us all of the information we need to know about the energies during this astrological forecast or transit, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get into the energy surrounding this. Let's see what's happening. We have the King of Cups. Okay. The Ace of Wands. I'm going to give myself a little bit more room here. We have lots of cards. Okay. All right. Oh, Five of Wands. There it is. There it is. We knew she was coming. Oh, but we have the Star. Aquarius energy. Okay, Saturn in Aquarius. And we got Aquarius energy. And the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So, in the middle, we have the Five of Wands. So, we knew this was going to happen. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, there's going to be conflicts. There's going to be arguments. There's going to be some confrontation that is going to be happening amongst you and your inner circle, okay? Your group of friends or family, co-workers, whoever it may be, but there's going to be conflicts there. And we see that there's going to be conflicts with yourself. Okay, Seven of Wands in reverse. There's going to be conflict about who you are in society. What's the role that you're playing in society? What's the role that you're playing amongst your group of friends? And who doesn't want you to succeed? Who's suppressing your talent? Who's suppressing your individuality amongst your group of friends? We also have the King of Cups here, who's loving, who's nurturing, who wants you to be yourself, who's giving you this unconditional love and attention, who could possibly be coming in during this, right? So there's going to be this conflict here. There's group of friends or family or co-workers, right? This inner circle that's going to be suppressing you and your inner talents and your individuality. But then there's someone who's going to come in, who's going to say that I love you for all that you are and all that you can be. So be that. And then there's going to be this moment of this Ace of Wands energy here. So we know that there's ignition. There's this igniting power within you, this igniting flame that's going to happen. That's really going to allow you to start to realize who you are in society, what your place is in society, what your place is in this group of friends, and how you relate to these people. And for some of these people, you don't relate to them and they gotta go. And you know what? This is called growth. This is growing. Sometimes people are in our lives for a season and you don't have to know the reason, honey. So let that energy flow, okay? If someone is leaving your life, let them leave your life. And if someone's entering your life, welcome them, okay? That is a revolving door. People come and go, people come and go. And it's okay. It's absolutely okay. That's how we grow. People come into our lives to teach us lessons, to help us grow, to bring us wisdom, to provide experiences. And then once we've learned what we needed to learn through those people that have acted in our lives, right, as a self-reflection, as a guide, right, as a spirit guide to us, right, as a gift, part of this journey and this human experience, then they leave and a new lesson comes in, a new person comes in with new experiences and new wisdom to give to us, okay? And that's what's really happening here with this Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, is there's this change of pace that's happening here. There's these people that are teaching us lessons that are then leaving, and then these new people coming in and bringing in new lessons and wisdom. So old experiences, learning from those, and new people coming in with new experiences and learning from those. So we see that there's definitely a change of pace here. There's a change in your inner circle that's happening here as well with the star. It's beautiful, right? This is all about having hope for the future too, having hope that things are going to get better. So stuff might start to get complicated now with the Five of Wands, right? Things might start to get complicated. Things might start to get confrontational. And you know what? That's okay, because that's part of life. And the important thing is to know that the star tells us that it's only going to last a moment and it's for a reason, and we are going to grow because of this, and we're going to flourish because of this, and it's going to be beautiful. And we're going to have that King of Cups come in and save the day, okay? We have fulfillment of wishes. Nine of Cups energy in reverse. We also have truth, justice, Libra energy here. We also have spiritual strength, okay? We also have sacrifice, Interesting. So what is happening here? Fulfillment of wishes in reverse. So we see that perhaps, you know, again, Saturn retrograde, we're going to have those restrictions. So things that you want, you probably won't get. Okay? Things that you want, you might not get. You know, you might not have those achievements during the Saturn retrograde because there's lessons first. Before you can have those achievements, those monumental moments of success and glory, there first has to be the, you know, that understanding of the work that has to be done before you achieve that, okay? So there's definitely work that's happening here. There's definitely, you know, overcoming those conflicts. We see those conflicts happening. We see that there's going to be failures and there's going to be setbacks. But again, those are lessons. So Saturn is coming in and Saturn is providing these setbacks, and Saturn is providing these setbacks as opportunities to reevaluate our plan and to reevaluate why something didn't work out, so that way we are able to build a better structure, a stronger foundation, so that way we can have a more successful future. And at the end of the day, what this is going to do is this is going to provide us with the strength and the knowledge to prevent a tower moment from happening in the future. So Saturn, right, is tough love. She's tough love energy. She's coming in and she's not sugarcoating anything. And she's telling you, you know, like, if this is weak, we got to start over, okay? We got to start over. If you have a weak foundation that you're working on right now, then she's going to break it all down. She's going to say, now you got to start from scratch, use these same materials and figure out a different way, okay? Saturn wants you to get creative during this retrograde. She wants you to get creative and see things in a way that you haven't seen things before, because that's what Aquarius energy is all about. It's about being creative, and it's about new perspectives and understanding situations in a more creative way and in a more unique way than people normally look at situations. So things aren't going to be as they appear. This is all about having new knowledge and experiencing these complications and coming up with more creative solutions to these complications and situations that have potentially been cyclic in your life. We see that Saturn retrograde in Aquarius is going to put a spotlight on cycles that you've been stuck in. So if you've been on that hamster wheel for a while and you haven't even realized that you've been on it, Saturn retrograde in Aquarius is going to put a spotlight on that, and all of a sudden you're going to see yourself in the mirror on that cycle and realize, oh my gosh, I've been going around and around and around in the same place for years right now, and I didn't even realize that till now, because Aquarius energy is smart. Aquarius energy is understanding. It's perceiving the truth in situations. Aquarius energy is understanding outside of the box thinking. It's seeing yourself outside of yourself. It's seeing situations outside of peer reviews, right? Specific peer reviews of what people are telling you. So, right, everyone says that there's three sides to a story. There's his side, her side, and the truth. Aquarius energy is seeing the truth. It's not seeing one side or the other, but the balance in between, which is where this truth, justice energy comes into play here. We're going to be understanding the truth of situations situations now. Not just one side or the other, but what the actual reality of the situation is here. This is also calling balance, okay? Balance to come into play with that Libra energy, that justice energy there. And this is also going to bring about a lot of truth and honesty of the people around you, their true intentions. What are their intentions being with you? What are their intentions surrounding with you, okay? Are they jealous of you? Are they holding you back, okay? Maybe not on purpose, but this is something that could be happening, okay? You tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are, honey. Ever heard that saying? Because that's what's happening here in this Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, okay? Who are you surrounding yourself with? How are these people helping you? What is their energy? Are they energy vampires, okay? Are they just really using you? Are they really using you? You know, think about this. Are you the one who's always providing for them, giving them money and handouts and letting them crash at your place? Are they really a bad influence? Do they, you know, maybe have substance abuse issues? Okay, are they angry all of the time? Do they have pessimistic tendencies and behaviors? Are they the restriction that's holding you back? This is the information that's coming through here, you guys, for Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. It is very intense. I can feel the energy as I'm channeling it, right? The words are just coming out of my mouth. I'm not even thinking about it, you guys. This is what's happening. The hand, are you handing too much out to your friend group, okay? Someone is going to be handing you an opportunity in exchange of you releasing this opportunity. This is giving me the hand analogy I always like to use. You can't take an opportunity if you're holding on to old regrets, okay? So letting go of those old regrets, letting go of those old friends, and allowing yourself to grab onto new opportunities, onto new friendships, and new creative people, new positive influences, letting go of those negative influences, and allowing them to leave your life because you're growing, you're changing, you're transforming, you're ascending, you're transcending, okay? That's the important information that's coming through. Here we have combustion. Combustion. Again, there's going to be conflicts happening here, you guys. There's going to be conflicts. Saturn's going to bring it, okay? People aren't going to like it when the truth starts to come out, when the cat's out of the bag, someone else is going to spill the beans, okay? So, right, this is what's going to happen, and people are going to start grasping at straws, and they're going to start trying to pull you in all sorts of different directions. You might get in a fight with someone in some kind of, argument because of maybe conflicting perspectives of a situation, or maybe you stop giving someone a handout and suddenly their true colors are shown to you and they become very angry or passive aggressive towards you, and then that's kind of the confirmation that you need to move on from this person and delete, okay? Saturn retrograde in Aquarius is about to go through your whole friends list and delete everybody that no longer serves a purpose in your life. That's what's happening here. She's gonna start clicking on all those names, cleaning out that friends list. That's what's going on here, Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, okay? Now, I know that seems harsh, you guys, but that is the circle of life. That is the way of life. That is what happens. We grow, we change. There were a lot of friends that I used to have when I was in high school, when I was in middle school, that I thought, oh my gosh, unbreakable bonds. And I don't even talk to them anymore because, we've all moved on. That's what happens. You grow, you move on, you change, you transform, and that's okay. That is absolutely okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That is just life, and that is what happens. And right, one of the hardest things in life, one of the hardest lessons is learning how to let go. How to let go. And Saturn retrograde likes to show us how to let go. It likes us to let go. We also have the disguise. Oh my goodness, you guys, the disguise. So who was wearing the disguises? If it's you about to be shown, boo. So a lot of people are wearing masks. A lot of people are wearing disguises. A lot of people are not who they claim to be. They are not who they say they are. Truth's gonna be revealed. Those masks are going to be taken off. You're going to see people for their true colors, for who they actually are. When you need help and you ask for help and they don't give it to you. When someone asks you for help for the 100th time and you decide that you can't help them anymore because they need to help themselves, their true colors are going to come to light, okay? These are things that are happening here. We also have the cyclist, cycles, okay? Saturn retrograde is going to put a spotlight on the cycles, on certain cycles that you've been stuck in, on certain relationships you felt trapped in. Who's been abusive to you? Emotionally, mentally, physically. Who does not deserve your love? Who does not deserve your time? Who does not deserve your kindness? It's time to let them go, okay? Saturn is opening the door and is showing everybody the door, and it's ready to start telling people, you know, party's over, time to leave, time to go, okay? Time to grow. This is the energy that's coming through here for you guys, okay? We also have Oblivion. Open your arms to change, open your arms to love, open your arms to the truth. A lot of you guys don't want to see the truth. You have that Two of Swords energy. You want to close your eyes to the truth around you. You want to believe in the best in people, and you want to see the best in people, and that's great. That's lovely. That's amazing. I love that for you. But sometimes you have to see the truth of the situation, and you have to see the forest for the trees, okay? So I understand that for a lot of you watching this, maybe you want to believe in everybody's best intentions, but sometimes people don't have the best intentions, and that's a lesson that has to be learned here. And that's what Saturn retrograde is going to teach you in Aquarius. Saturn retrograde is here to teach us, okay? Saturn is our teacher. Saturn's the father figure. Saturn is here to sit you down and bring to you wisdom, words of wisdom. And that doesn't always come out kindly. So my mom, she always tells me, and I always, you know, hold this now in my heart, when someone shows you who they truly are, believe them. Believe them, okay? So there's that for you. We also have Fire Gun. Become a loving mirror. Become a loving mirror. What this all is really saying here, what this is all showing here is, do you love yourself enough to let these people go? Can you put yourself first? Can you love yourself enough to put yourself before all of the toxic people, before all of the drama, okay? Before all of the vampires, okay? Can you put yourself first? Can you let them go? Can you move on? Can you bring change into your life? Can you accept it? Can you love yourself enough to break out of these cycles? To leave that relationship that's no longer serving you? That person who doesn't understand you, that person who restricts you, who is restricting you in your life? Those are the people you need to let go of. The ones who tell you that you can't, that you won't, that you shouldn't. Negative words, negative thinking. Who are the negative Nellies? It's time to let them go, honey. You have to love yourself enough. That's what this comes down to. You have to love yourself enough to want it for yourself. No one else can do it for you. No one else can do it for you. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius can show you everybody's true colors. It can bring out all of the conflict in the world and all of the confrontation, just so you can see how people truly are on the inside. But at the end of the day, once this information is revealed to you, you have to make the decision to move away from it or to remain stuck in the cycle. Okay? So that's your choice. That's your decision. We have full moon in Taurus. Earth energy. Your dreams need a practical plan. So this is coming through, right, for some of those career. We talked about this could also have influence on the career, because Saturn also has influence on the career, on professions, financials, this kind of thing. So your dreams need a practical plan. So for what this is talking about is, now is the time to start planning. You're going to see that perhaps in your business endeavors, or in your job, things are going to start to kind of relapse. You might fall into a little bit of a funk where maybe you start to lose money, you start to lose sales, you start to lose, right, maybe customers or something like that. Your business just isn't thriving as much as it was. And this is about going back to the drawing board. We know Saturn retrogrades are about redoing, replanning, reflecting, okay? So what Saturn wants you to do is Saturn wants you to go back to your business, your career, your profession, your job, reevaluate, why are you doing this? How are you doing this? Where are you trying to go and how are you going to get there? Saturn in retrograde wants you to reevaluate and replan your financial career, your financial success, your business plan. You have to reflect. There is potentially a crack somewhere that you didn't even know existed. There is a hole that needs to be filled that you didn't even know was there. Some kind of step that you skipped that Saturn retrograde is trying to save you from. That's going to be a larger scale problem in the future, but it's minor now. So what Saturn retrograde is going to do is it's going to slow down your business. It's going to slow down your career, your finances, and this is going to feel detrimental to you. But what it actually is, it's helping you. It's allowing you to take the time to reflect on why this is happening so you can find that crack, you can find that hole, and you can fill it. You can find that step that you skipped and replace it. This is about going back in and tightening up those nuts and those bolts that have loosened over time before the whole structure collapses. So that's what Saturn retrograde is all about. It is about, right, those kind of blessings in disguise. So when something starts to feel like it's slowing down and you start to be afraid, don't be afraid. Go back in, tweak things up, figure out how to make things better, what the solution is, what the lesson is here, and be thankful that it happened because it was a blessing in disguise and it prevented something more detrimental from happening in the future. Okay, so Saturn really wants to prevent those tower moments from happening in your life. And sometimes you feel like a tower moment is happening, but it's not. It's actually a blessing in disguise that's preventing the actual tower moment from happening. Okay, so something small is really preventing something larger from happening. Keep that in mind, you guys, during the Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. We also have Aries, I am. So focusing on yourself, focusing on the self. That's what we see here. So Saturn retrograde in Aquarius wants you to focus on yourself. We talked about that in the beginning here. What is your place in society? What is your place in your group of friends, in your inner circle? How are you affecting those around you? And how are those around you affecting you? Paying attention to your own energy, how you can protect your energy from potential vampires that you are allowing into your life. Protecting your energetic field is going to be very important during this time, especially when lots of conflicts are starting to arise, okay? And these conflicts aren't necessarily going to be full-out brawls. They could just be small arguments, right, that maybe break out and just start to show you little bits, right? They're little cracks that start to appear in the people around you, small cracks. And through those small cracks, you get a slight glimpse into what this person actually is, right? Their true thoughts, their true opinions, their ideas that don't coincide with your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas, your morals, your values. And so then that's where those start, right? That nitpicking, those arguments, right? It's a slight disagreements. But from all of those little things, you start to learn that perhaps this person isn't the greatest for you, right? And it doesn't mean that they're not a great person. It means that their vibration and your vibration are just not a match, okay? We are not a match for everyone in this world. Some people are a match for me that are not a match for you, and some people are a match for you that are not a match for me. And it's about finding those people that match your vibration that are then going to be very helpful and beneficial to your powerful personal growth, okay? We also have smoke prayers. So this is a good time for you to get right back in touch with perhaps spirit, with manifestation, with scripting, okay? Thinking about what it is that you want for your future, writing that down, praying about it, meditating on it, okay? So that's something else that's also coming into play here. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Fate. So the Wheel of Fortune again could talk about cyclic cycles, right? I always think about that with the wheel. So again, could talk about cycles, wanting to break out of those cycles. It could also talk about change that's coming now because this Saturn retrograde in Aquarius is bringing about change of friends groups, changes of your inner circle, of the way you view yourself in society, of the way you view yourself among your friends, okay? Your own individuality. So that's what this is going to be bringing to you. This is also going to bring about more career success. So even though business might feel like it's slowing down, it's going to start to pick up, okay? So once it slows down and you do the replanning, right, and you fix those little cracks that were there, then things are going to pick up 3 times, right? Threefold. That's what's going to happen here. You're going to have such better relationships with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, okay, your partners. You're gonna have such better relationship at work, better relationships with money, better relationships with your customer base, with your business, okay, better relationships with the universe. So that's what's happening here. The Saturn wants you to have everything that you want to have. But Saturn needs you to work for it. Saturn needs you to see the truth. Saturn needs you to climb the mountain, have the perspective at that peak before you can, right, have that moment of clarity. You have to climb the mountain. You have to do the work, right? You have to do that. It's a slow, it's a difficult, it's a challenging experience before you gain that overall new perspective. Okay, and Saturn wants you to have that new perspective in society, in your career, and of yourself, and how this all fits in together. Wow, okay. I'm out of breath. You guys. So we're gonna read your last card, your affirmation. It says, story of my life, okay? As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. My goodness, you guys, you see Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, those tough moments, even those tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's happening for you. It's not happening to you. It's happening for your greatest good. Okay, it's ultimately a happy story, right? It's ultimately a happy story. There might be struggles and conflicts and obstacles and hurdles, but it's a happy story. These are all great lessons. These are all wise building experiences, okay? Personal, right, growth. That's what's happening here. Where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. So, right, even though you're not vibing with someone anymore, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. They're doing their best. It just means you guys aren't vibing anymore, okay? So that doesn't mean they're bad. That just means that they're not meant for you, that they've served their purpose. And now it's time to move on, and it's time for someone new to come into your life so they can serve a new purpose because you've learned everything that you can learn from this other individual. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. Yeah, so at the end of the day, what this is all telling me is that this Saturn retrograde in Aquarius is gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be beautiful, and it's gonna be lively, and everything is gonna happen for your greatest good. And after Saturn makes you do all of this reflection and shows, right, all of these spotlights on all of these things that you need to see, then after, you know, Saturn goes direct again, then that's when you're going to have all this beauty unfold before you because the work was done, because you listened to Saturn and you did what had to be done, and you transformed what needed to be transformed, and you've done the reflection, right, and you've made those tweaks and changes along the way. way that you needed to do. And then that's where this Wheel of Fortune is coming through. So we know that Saturn, we talked about earlier, is that karmic energy. And we know that karmic energy could be negative or positive depending on every individual. And we see that when the work is done here, once you've done the work, that Saturn retrograde is going to bring back a lot of positive karma to you, okay? So if you have been racking up that positive karmic debt, you know, you've made a lot of great decisions and you've helped a lot of people, and you're trying to understand, well, how come I haven't received my positive karma yet? Well, it's all adding up to something better, and it's all adding up to something greater, okay? So you know, Saturn is saving up. Saturn pays attention and tallies up all of those good moments, and sometimes, you know, it provides something good here and there for, you know, a thank you for you doing your part in the world. But other times, Saturn likes to hold on to those gifts, and it likes to create a nice big gift basket for you with all those gifts that it's been saving up for you. And it's like Christmas morning where you get all of this wowness, right? All this wowness out of nowhere, and really that's just been this greatness that's been building up over time, okay? So I really hope that made sense, you guys. That's my crazy analogy. Alright, hello booze and goals and witchy souls. Welcome to your charm casting for Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, the 11th house. I am so sorry my camera cut out, right? So there was a little bit of an abruption there. I do apologize, and I also do want to apologize. I noticed that the settings were a little off, so the focus was a little off as well. So I do apologize for that. I know that the cards were kind of out of focus, but I went ahead and I fixed that, so that will not be happening again for any of my future readings, as well as for this charm casting. Everything is going to be nice, crisp, and clear. I also went ahead and decided to zoom in for this charm casting, okay? So that way you guys can kind of just see everything a little bit better, and you can get a more of a, you know, a personal your own personal kind of spin on the charm casting. So if you see any charms that really stand out to you, then you can make those own personal connections to you based on their placements on the board or something like that, okay? So that's completely up to you if you want to do that, or you could just listen to the messages that I'm getting right from the channeled messages, from how the charms are placed on the board after I cast them, and through the messages that Spirit is trying to tell me, okay? So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead, we're going to get right into your charm casting. Let's go, okay? Okay, that was, woo, okay. Stuff's flying everywhere. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. All right, you guys. So, some energy surrounding for Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Okay, we see that there's definitely there's working on yourself energy here, and we also see energies around right, your own personal home life, family life. Possibly you're focusing on, you know, maybe if you're a parent, on your kids, okay, or if you're a kid, focusing on your parents and the energies and how that's going to affect them as well. We see that there is really, yeah, finding yourself energy here, with this being really close to the center here. That's what that's telling me, that there's finding yourself energy with this charm here. And then we also see with the wings, spreading your wings, really finding yourself. I think for a lot of us too, this is going to be about separation, possibly from the family, maybe from a family business, separating yourself maybe from the ideas or wants and desires of your parents versus your own personal wants and desires, right? A lot of the times we do what we feel is going to be beneficial to our family, or what's going to be beneficial to our kids, right? Raising our kids, or maybe doing the things that our parents want us to do because we want to make sure that we please them and that we're successful for them. But then there's really, I see a relationship here of really separating that idea from you. It's given me a very Seven of Wands energy. That's really what I'm feeling here. There's a need of independence that's coming through here as well. And then we see too, definitely communication is a big aspect. Communicating with your spirit guides and staying in communication with spirit, your angels, your guides, ancestors. That kind of message is coming through here. Communication with your angels. That you're gonna find that Spirit is trying to be very helpful during this Saturn retrograde and helping you understand these aspects. So remember, Saturn retrograde is going to come in and kind of maybe start to cause disruption in these areas of maybe your home life or family life. But what that's actually doing is it's helping you move forward. So remember that everything is just not always as it appears to be, okay? And then we also see here that there's options happening here. Need to listen. We see, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is interesting. So we see that something's missing here. Okay, but we see that, right, everything's not as it appears to be. You're going to feel like something's missing from your life, or you're going to start to understand that the things that you want aren't actually the things that you're receiving or the things that you're achieving. But someone's going to have, right, the means to help you in this situation. And I think that you're going to find something, or someone's going to bring something to you that's really going to help you understand what it is that you feel like is missing. Okay, this is giving me Four of Cups energy here. And I see that there's a need to listen. Okay, listen to your creativity and listening to those around you. I see here there's a lot of emotional aspects that are happening here, right? I see that there's definitely a need to follow your heart, right? There's Chariot energy happening here as well. A need to really follow your own intuition. And that's really going to open a lot of doors for you, okay? I see here too, yeah, that there's definitely a need to open up more about your feelings, possibly in a relationship. Okay, I see maybe in a relationship and friendships and partnerships, there's a need to be honest with the people around you. Okay, you haven't been very honest about your feelings. You've bottled things up. Okay, I see that's where this missing piece is coming from. It's starting to make sense to me now that right, a piece of you is missing, but part of that is because there's unfulfillment here in specific relationships or partnerships that's going to start to really come to the surface during this Saturn retrograde, that maybe a need to let go of some of those relationships or partnerships because they're not fulfilling to you, and you've been afraid to speak up, or you've been afraid to leave some of these partnerships because you don't want to maybe hurt someone, or you don't want to suffer the repercussions or consequences of speaking out. There's some definitely Chiron energy that's happening here, some healing that has to do with that as well. So that's definitely something that I see happening here. But yeah, definitely also we see time for really changing up that mindset, right? Those thoughts, those values, philosophical thinking, okay? What are your philosophies? What are your morals and values? That's going to be changing during the Saturn retrograde, right? People are going to be changing. You're going to change the way that you view people and the way that you view society. A lot of your mindset is going to be shifting during this astrological shift, okay? We see that there's also a need to really free yourself. There's this trapped energy of your future. You felt like your future has been really set in stone. You feel like you've been kind of trapped in maybe a direction that you feel pulled towards because you think that's the only direction you can go in, when actually there are multiple directions you can go in, but society has been telling you that you can only move forward when you can actually go, you know, sideways, left, right, up, down, you know, it's completely up to you. So we see that there's a need to really sever those ties of society standards of you and really work on finding yourself, finding your place in society, while also making sure that it's fulfilling to you, listening to those around you while also listening to yourself, being open about your own feelings about certain situations, aspects, and people, listening to your guides as they try to help you through this transition in your life. It's a real transition that's happening here. We see that there's a focus too on your crown chakra. So there's enlightenment that's going to be happening during this period as well, which is ultimately going to be the cause to you really finding yourself in this situation. So wow, that's really amazing. Okay, really amazing stuff, really powerful stuff, really powerful change that's happening during the Saturn retrograde in Aquarius energy. Okay, the 11th house. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a minute too to kind of look at things in your own perspective and your own pair of view. See if you get any messages for yourself. See if anything jumps out to you. Let me know in the comments down below, you guys, if you see anything that jumps out to you. Okay. So that's your charm cast in Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Okay, I really hope that this all ties everything together with the tarot reading and with the astrological forecast. This has been a lot of fun for me to do, you guys. A lot of fun. And I hope that this was a lot of fun for you to watch as well. Let me know how you guys liked zooming in on the charms and allowing you guys to get a better picture of that. And then maybe that's something I'll continue to do in future videos. So definitely do let me know your opinions on that. And with all that being said, I really hope that this reading resonated for you guys. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below as well. I would love to know. And if you haven't already, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And please do consider subscribing to my channel, you guys. This is a beautiful, abundant, growing family that we have going on here. I love all of my followers. We have a lot of new followers. Hi, you guys. How are you? And to all of my OGs, hey, girl, hey, what's up? You know, this has just been such a pleasure. I love the growth that we've been having here. I love the comments that I've been seeing. It's just really motivating for me. And I really hope that this reading was very motivating for you, very inspiring for you, and helps you deal with these astrological energies in a beneficial way, okay? So make sure you go ahead and share this video as well with friends and loved ones, family members, so that way they can also know how to deal with this Saturn retrograde in Aquarius energies. And this could help, you know, everyone be very beneficial during this time, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. It has been such an absolute pleasure, and I will see you guys on the next video, okay? Keep it creepy. Bye, you guys.